YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka it was hip to be Square, but not anymore, aka I need scuba gear when I play blitzball because a brother can't swim. That's right, you heard it first here. And on top of that, that's what we're going to talk about today, because Square Enix, Squaresoft, whatever you will call them, as far as I'm concerned, I call them garbage, has pulled the Capcom. They're following their lead by rebooting all their franchises to strengthen their IPs, aka to recoup losses. Yeah. And I feel real strongly about that. I'm really pissed off about that because my initial reaction was like this. No! Rage!
I will destroy you all!
So yet another Japanese developer, caves into pressure and starts making reboots to save their so-called asses. Look, let me tell you something. Didn't I just do a video about this with Capcom? And yet, I say what I have to and I move on. They keep pulling me back in. But it's okay. It's okay. So I've got to thinking about this because you know what? No one told Squaresoft to make Final Fantasy XIV the way they did, alright? They put themselves in a box. And all these defenders are coming out for Final Fantasy XIV, what I've been reading, and saying, oh, the game is great, it's only for Fantasy and third. Square Enix themselves has said that the game is broken. They have admitted it. And if you need proof, I will put the links in the info bar. There's a reason why all of these stockholders have tanked. They just sold their stock because they're getting rid of it because it's garbage. Alright? It needs to be fixed. All right, but that's not the point. The point is, I sat back and I thought about this, and I'm like, you know what? After having my initial reaction, you know, I thought maybe this can work. Maybe it can work. Not a reboot, but maybe a groundbreaking sequel to games that we have wanted for a long time now that they've ignored. So, with that being said, let's get into it today. All right, first game up, Xenogears. That's right. Xenogears. All right, now I know the way it ended, and I know that the Xeno Saga, you know, was the prequels and all, but this needs a sequel, and the way it ended, it has room for growth. It has room for progression, regardless how the game ended. All right, it has progression, but Square, you have to work on this. This is one of your gems. You have to work on this. Next one, Parasite Eve. That's right. I have prayed. Look, let me tell you something about it. All right, great game. First one was great. All right, second one, not so much. It took that Resident Evil route, that action-adventure route for its time to catch sales, and I didn't like it, all right? They're coming out with the third birthday, and Square Enix has pushed out now because they made it for the PSP instead of the console because they were worried about cost, all right? They didn't think it was going to sell well on a console with high-definition graphics and all this, so they went the PSP route for cost effectiveness. This game was great for its time. Give us a legit sequel. Please give us a legit sequel. Like I said, I didn't like part 2 at all. Give us one, please. Square, there's room for growth with this game too. Next game, Vagrant Story. Now look, let me tell you something. If you want, you don't even have to make a sequel right away for this game. Just HD this one up. That's all you have to do. HD this one up and see how it sells first, then make a sequel. It's not that hard. This game was another great game. These are games that gamers have been saying for years that need to be brought out and have sequels and get the royal treatment that Final Fantasy gets. But you keep ignoring them. These are your bread and butter. Come on, man. Next 2. That's right, 2. You're getting ready to say 2. Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger, the Chrono series. All right, now, I know you guys can see this is still wrapped up. Why? Because Chrono Trigger, I have it for the original, Super Nintendo, so I still play that, and this one's still wrapped up. Like I said, these games were great for their time. You can give us a sequel. You can give us one. Like I said, all you have to do is make a groundbreaking sequel. Just good story. Just give us what we want, Square. This is why you are tanking right now. Let's go with the next one. I know the next one fans have been asking for a very long time now. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Look. I don't have a problem with the way this is. I don't. All right? I don't care how blocky the characters are. The game is great. Right? It's an amazing game, and I'm tired of hearing that everybody wants a remake and do updated graphics and this, that, and third. Look, if I want to watch Final Fantasy VII with updated graphics, I'll watch Advent Children, okay? I don't need to be immersed in it all. Just watch it for what it is, all right? Seriously, this game is great the way it is. It shouldn't change. That's just my opinion. I understand if other people want it, but that's just my opinion. The game shouldn't change. Just leave it as it is as a classic, all right? Last game, guys. Yeah. Front Mission, all right? Because that Front Mission Evolved crap that you came out with, that Armored Core clone is garbage. It didn't innovate anything. It didn't bring anything to the genre, all right? There was a number of things that Square could have did for that game, and it didn't. Put it back the way this was. That's all you have to do. And slap online on. All you have to do for this, to slap online what it is, give everyone their individual Wanzer and team-based strategy. Everyone only moves their specific Wanzer. And you go head-to-head or against the computer and progress in probably an online campaign mode if you wanted to. That's all you have to do, Square. It's the little features like that that make these games work. They can go a little bit, goes a long way. It does. But you don't want to listen. See, I don't understand you. And I understand that Wada, ever since Wada has stepped into this company has just went to hell. It really has. So I guess he's trying to say last one there is a rotten egg. I don't know. But seriously, all these games, I'm just going to grab random ones. Look, all these games, look. If you want these to sell and you think that there's going to be a problem with them selling in a higher definition rate, let me tell you something. If you package these games with it, with the sequel, they'll buy it. They'll buy it. Put it on the disc. Put it on the disc with the new one. That's all you have to do. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Hell, if you feel that way, all you have to do is put it out first on the PSN. If you feel you need to HD it a little bit of high definition and see how it sells. And that's what Capcom does. That's what they've been doing with the Street Fighters and their Mega Mans and all that. They put them on the PSN, see how they sell as a digital download and say, okay, it's enough fan base that think that they will buy this, that they will make something of it, and then they make a sequel. That's why you're getting Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's why. See? So it's all it takes. That's all it takes. And we're going to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom in the future. I promise you that. All right, because I got some stuff on it. All right, Square, look. Seriously. Just get to what you have to. Just do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. Instead of doing all these reboots, just give us what we want. If you listen to us, you'll sell. You'll sell. But instead, you want to keep doing all this garbage. Anyways, guys, I'm still not feeling too good about this, though. Get back to me on this. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
I think I finally have the rage under control.